Hey hello everybody, it's Trina here and welcome back to Library of Ruina. I am finally back from a long break of not making any videos, and now I am here with a new mod which is from the Steam Workshop. So it's not from base mod, but I'm pretty sure this wasn't base mod before. I think it is just ported, but I've first seen it here, so I'll say it's from Workshop. It requires a Book of the Purple Chair as well as a Book of the Red Beast to invite, and this is the Hana Station section 1. I guess South section 1. And we have a couple of new people here and actually an entire story. So let's recall the story pre-battle and let's see. This is happening at about the same time as Hana 2 is happening, the normal OG Hana. Hey, I started to put up more of a fight, and yeah, I have to read this now. The prelude isn't... It is how to read that, I'm not sure, this is a music term, isn't even over yet. Animal noises? Not this one, not this one. Hey, conductor, the meat and veins are all mixed up. It's going to be a challenge to use these as ingredients. Ha ha ha. And also challenge, yeah. Ah, sorry Greta. Never had good impressions of these fellows. Guess we went a little overboard. Won't you agree, friend? And a dying fixer is making dying noises, I guess. Get your filthy hands off of him. Fighting noises, I guess. That voice really gets on my nerves. How about you learn how to ask nicely first? Director, backup seems unlikely. It's because of this damned barrier, isn't it? No, you look like you just ate a handful of black crayons. Our bouquet is of red strawberry. Oh fuck, this is difficult to read. Our bouquet of red strawberry jam and fireworks are about to hit a climax. How about you pay Miss Mermaid and Miss Knife some more attention? Since there's no getting any mercy out of these crazy maniacs, let's finish it here now, shitheads. And well, here's a million cross. And I like how this mod kind of joins the storyline of the actual game, because we did hear that the Hana Station 1 were defeated by the Blue Reverberation and his team, and they also had their million cross with them, who also died and was turned into whatever he was in the Yelena fight, so this kind of seems to be in line with that. Okay, I missed that. Vermilion Cross, you were alive? Unfortunately, the only way out of this barrier seems to be by using this. An invitation? Change of plans. You take care of the library, I'll round things up here. You don't look like... Fuck, you don't look well either. Your face is pale. Is it because of the bloodsucker? We simply do what we must. Go. Director, we must decide. Who's this Vermilion Cross? Did Alana? Ah, never mind. Look at him. Looks like he fought like a dog trying to reunite with his fellows, huh? Time to get you purified, Argalia. Everyone, stand back. Just make sure to keep his corpse. Gotcha. Sorry, Vermilion. Why must we flee from battle like this? Why? Director, over there. I see Vermilion's Cross's squad. Just a little longer, sir. It's my fault. I should have more thoroughly analyzed what powers they wield. Don't say such things, Director. There were just too many variables. What to do now? We won't stand a chance in the library with everyone this injured. Keep calm, Director. Our remaining members won't take it at this rate. The Vermilion Cross isn't doing this for nothing. We have to go to the library and do what we must. We mustn't give up yet. There's still work to be done. What if that K-Cop serum? Not nearly enough, but we'll be able to dodge a crisis. Alright, to the library. The Hana station is so brutally overrun. The unassembled composers of the city is no joke. If we could get their books, would it be a big help to finish in the one true book? It probably would, but it will certainly be a challenge, once again. On top of that, we're going to have to face that girl at this rate. You know her? She looks like a high-grade fixer. Saw her once, although briefly. What is it? Nothing. Make sure to get prepared for the guests. Welcome, dear guests. Greetings. Name's Hana, South Section 1, Director Enes. That's a long name. Hello, I'm Hana, South Section 1 Fixer Magia. What you seek is beyond that door. What's the matter? How much less have you taken to get those books? Those guys simply reached out Those guys simply reached out for what they wanted. So it would seem. Do you believe our current situation was also caused by our own will? What do you mean? If you know about us enough to prepare what books we would need, you would know our situation. All the people the library has claimed. Has there truly never been someone like us, who went driven to the library against our will? There must be a goal you wish to reach to run this library. However, reaching that goal through other sufferings would leave a bitter taste afterward, don't you think? The same goes for the head. They enforce the rules through violence. You have no right to say such things while walking under the head themselves. That's true. However, because of that, the city is as it is now is in a state. May you find a book in this place? Hey, I missed that phrase. Okay, you can see that the writing is a bit not in the style of Project Moon, but I mean it's still okay, and I think it fits the narrative of the game really well. So now let's actually fight the enemies. We have a bit of a situation that's similar to She Association, because all of them start at low HP, but they have enormous base HP on their own. As you can see, Enes has 645 HP, which is just insane, right? But, well, she starts at 25% of that, so that's not a lot of it. She has Speed 3, Shield for All. Upon discarding a page, gain the bullet effects next scene. 1 page, apply 1 protection, stack protection to self. 2 pages, apply 2 stack protection to all allies. And 3 or more pages, apply 2 protection to all allies. I'm not sure if these effects stack, I guess we'll see. If they do, she will have 3 protection and stagger protection, and all allies will have 2 stagger protection and protection if she discards 3 pages, which is pretty easy to achieve with their decks, we'll look at them later. She also has 4 trigrams, the same ability that all Hana station members have. As you can see, this is... oh wow. Okay, well, I imagine those people would have Hana station pages, I guess they don't. That's what user may say for doesn't belong to unions. She also has large dish effort. Upon discarding a page, draw 1 more page next scene. Start the battle with 75% less HP. So you know, in Eugen's case, Eugen had an incredibly strong ability, but started the battle with low HP. This ability isn't that strong, like at all, but she still starts with 75% or less HP. I guess you could have put the 75% or less here, it would make a bit more sense, but like, okay. And Gear for Battle. Restore 3 light every scene, basically she never runs out of light. But she can run out of pages, I guess. Well, not really because of her page draw, but technically she can. Crisis of Aviation. On use, restore 1 light. If the character has discarded a page this scene, restore 1 additional light. So if this goes after a discard page, it will restore 2 light instead of 1. So it's pretty useful. Trigram Blockade. Combo start, add all combat dice in this page to all other allies. Die gains power equal to the amount of protection on self. Basically, this is a counter die that is given to everybody. It is kind of like a Unity page, but it doesn't require any other Unity page's usage. It just works on its own, and if her ability has been used, it can actually be a big problem, because at +2 that would be given if she has discarded 3 or more pages in one scene. This would be a 5 to 9, which is actually not that low for a counter die. Then we have Dead on Aviation. What is Aviation? I have no idea what that word means. I guess I'll have to Google it later. Upon discarding this page, draw 1 page. Fierce Combat. If this page is discarded, restore 1 light. So these 2 pages have similar abilities, but this one draws a page upon being discarded, and this one is restoring a light. The Balance Keepers of the City. On use, discard all pages, restore 2 light, and draw 2 pages. So basically you can use this and discard a lot of stuff. And if you use 2 of them, I guess you'll just draw 4 pages and restore 4 light at once. Which is a lot. Then we have Balance Keeping. On use, apply 1 paralysis to self next scene. While this page is in use, death in this page and the page clashing with it are unaffected by power gain or loss. I'm not sure why you would give yourself paralysis, this doesn't seem to be that difficult of a page to clash with. I mean, 7 to 19 is strong, but knowing that it is ranged, it can be just beaten with 1 strong die. Like, if I can find an example to that. Well, I really can't, but I think I can beat it with like Lock. Lock definitely beats it, yeah, for sure. And then we have Crimson Trigram Assault. It is a very strong mass individual page with 3 dice, 4 to 10, 4 to 10 and 5 to 12, all of them are piercing, and all of them fly 1 paralysis into bleed next scene. What's interesting about this page is that it is not single use, because usually pages like this are single use. This one isn't, so in a perfect scenario, she can use her Geared for Battle and her discard deck abilities to restore a lot of light and pull this every scene, which would spell disaster for us, but she doesn't do that often. Then we have Magi, who also has insane stats, by the way, Hana's Endurance, Blunt Stagger and Slash Damage. Magi endures pierce damage and slash stagger, so it's better to use Blunt on him. He has Spear for Hana. Upon discarding the page, gain the following effects next scene. 1 page apply 2 haste to self, 2 pages apply 1 strength to self, 3 more pages apply 2 strengths to self. I think they should stack, because if this is like 2 haste, this is pretty useful, right? But if you get 2 pages discarded, well, you don't get haste, which wouldn't make much sense, right? Like, why would a 2 haste ability be under 1 strength? I mean, yeah, sure, it might be better to have 1 strength, but like, that's kind of weird, so I think they should stack. We'll see, once again. And he also has the same abilities as Hana's. Also has all of this stuff, as well as 2 copies of Solar Acupuncture, 8 to 17, 4 to 7, afflict 2 paralysis and 1 paralysis. This is very similar to an Urban Plague level page Transpierce, which is kind of worrying, because this is like Start of the City 3, not Urban Plague 2. Why is it so weak? Well, it's not really that weak, but I think it could have a stronger second die. And then we have Maximal Kick, 5 to 10, 14 to 29. That is really strong. And actually he doesn't have any abilities on Maximal Kick. And I remember that when you get the Maximal Kick yourself, it actually has a limiter where you have to discard pages or else it will steal a die of the character. And then we have a couple of condensation fixers. They have twice the normal HP but start at 50%. And yeah, that's it. Everything they have is the same, plus they have Solar Acupuncture as well. And we are using Bina with the strongest plus minus prowess, just so we can finish this quickly, I guess. I don't want to stay in the fight for too long, I just want to focus on the story, I guess, and also I don't have much time. Degraded Shockwave will be a page to use next scene, I guess, so now we just have to inflict a lot of damage. Will this beat them? I'm not sure. And Threefold Dynasty will definitely not proc here. Oh, I actually don't have it, wow. Why didn't I take it? I don't know. I can do this. This I will definitely beat because of Muse Prowess. Chuan can be used against this. They aren't going for strong pages right now, which is nice. Okay, well, we have Solar Acupuncture here. I will go into Slash and Stance because that's the only one I've prepared. And I can go for Execute. And they can go for another page. Well, that's kind of sad, but it's fine. We have Concentration here, but I won't be able to use anything else that isn't Crazy Grass afterwards, so I think we're going to go for Bulky Impact. Okay, well, this isn't being attacked, so I might as well go for Concentration here and then Graze with Grass. Here we can go for either Baleful Brand or Bishi. I'm not sure which one to pick here. Oh, I can restore one light here, nice. That's actually useful. For the Thought is great, but I think I will want to use Build the City. Maybe I can pull Snake's Lead and then use it with Overthrow. Okay, do I want this being used right now? I might. Okay, and let's do this as well. Let's start. They actually like rolling really high, I see. Okay, well, and now they didn't. They rolled the lowest possible value. Okay. Well, I actually like that. Degraded Pillar is going to inflict a lot of stagger damage with this die. Okay, well, As you can see, they already don't have much HP, because they are pretty fragile. But they can dish out some damage in return, so... I mean, this is a pretty easy reception in general, because their low stats like make them really squishy and fragile, especially against like these full power builds. For example, the build I'm running right now, which is Slash Purple Tier with Strength Stacken, Bina with Miss Prowess and Strongest, a Nikolai support, as well as a Yan support. Like, this is a lot of stuff at once, which is really strong. And also I have a couple of mess stacks at once as well. Also, the Greatest Shockwave benefits from Miss Prowess, so it is incredibly strong. I just have to throw it in there. Okay, and that is close to a perfect attack pattern on the mess stacks, so I might as well not recast them and just let them be like that. And this is going to be a really quick fight here, I guess. And yeah, it does stack. The abilities stack, so that's nice to see. And they don't have protection, meaning that the mess stacks are going to destroy them. I'm not sure if I want to go for Snake's Lead plus Overthrow right now. I kind of want to wait for 3 dice so I can use it as well as something like Flow of the Sword, which would have really high base rolls as well, but I mean, let's just do this, I guess. I can't use Fairy here, but it's fine. Every single page is being hit right now, except this one, and this one has been clashed with Bishi. Okay, let's start. The Great Shockwave Boss actually nearly misses one of the hits, but now I can definitely destroy everyone. I do have a lot of protection and they all have Feeble, so even if they retaliate they won't deal any damage. Okay, some damage with Raining Storm Love, not a lot of it, but it's fine. Okay, that's unfortunate, but it's fine. Once again, this reception is really quick. I actually think it should have like a second act, or probably just give the enemies twice the HP they have, because this is like ridiculous. I mean, yes, it is true that I'm running the strongest build possible right now. Okay. Crimson Trigram Assault. Does the Greater Pillar beat it? I think at +1 it might, though the last die is kind of scary. Okay, well, Will the Prescript does not beat it, but I think with luck we can secure 2 Clash wins, so we might as well. Maybe we can use luck here afterwards. Yeah, once again I don't have a strong page here to clash, so let's go for leap. I have Eliminate, which would definitely win 2 clashes, but the third one is once again open. I sadly can't use this. Wait, maybe I have Late Restoration? I don't. Should I draw a page somewhere? Who has strong 2 cast pages? Or at least 1 cast pages? Okay, well that's not strong. Okay. Can't use a page here. Probably should have given that to Xiao. Maybe she could have like restored light or something. Oh, actually Bina lost the clash that I was the least worried about. Okay, but she won the other 2, so it's okay. Eliminate is going to deal a lot of damage because the enemy is at 50% or lower. By the way, yes, you can use Eliminate here to just destroy everybody, but they only run 1 copy of it. Leap is going to give us a lot of pages, and we can go for the Weight of Sin. I guess I can just fairy twice here, it's going to be fine. Here we can go for some decoration. Okay, well, I'm not sure I can do it anymore. Maximal kick is really scary because the second die is insane, especially with +4. Well, I mean, +4 doesn't make that much of a difference on that second die, but the first one definitely benefits a lot. I'm going to just ignore it, I guess. I have enough HP to tank it. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we can go for Flow of the Sword, as well as... There go Multi-Slash here. I do have Paralysis, so the second clash is going to be a loss, especially at him at +4. Okay. We're going to do this. Can't use another page here. I can use this though. Let's give this to Xiao, who can now actually restore light. Let's do this, and let's start. Degraded Fairy is going to deal a lot of damage. Actually kills Hana's, okay, well, that's incredible. Yeah, we definitely lost the second clash there. And Maximal Kick is going to deal 32 damage. That's actually a lot. I guess that's the only strong page they have. It seems to be even stronger than the mass attack. Okay, and well, that's it. Victory. Curtain call for the reception of Hana Station South Texas 1. And I do have all of the pages of it already, so let's just look at what the post-battle story has to offer for that, and we're going to also look at the rewards. You look troubled. Either because of what she said, or what he said? No. Okay, well. No, I have no regrets about my decision. It's a decision I made for my pain and freedom. But... That's a typo. Nothing. Good work, Roland. Yeah. And we can now see the two new pages that are given with this mod. I think they're kind of toned down. Of course, only half the HP that they had. If we had 600 HP, this would be insane. And we don't have the 3 light restorations, so it's kind of balanced, I guess, but we do have this. And as you can see, Maximal Kick also has an ability here, which isn't a positive ability. On use, steal 1 speed die of self-next scene. If 3 pages are discarded in a scene, ignore this effect. Basically, you might want to run this with something like Balance Keepers of the City, right? That is the name of the page, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. If you run Maximal Kick with this, you can discard a lot of pages, more than 3, and that way you'll be able to run Maximal Kick without sealing your own speed dice. You're still going to lose light with it, it's pretty costly, but I mean 14 to 29 is insane. And then we have the Book of Anas with a lot of pages. And actually Crisis Aviation is also exclusive to... wait, is it? No, it's not. Okay. It's just a zero cost page. Sure, fine. Anas has a lot of other pages, for example, Trigon Blockade. This is actually the same. Balance given, apply 1 paralysis to self next scene. Okay, this is the same. And we have Crimson Trigram Assault. What's interesting is that it says Trigram here without the A, and if we look at the reception and the pages that Anas has, okay, we can't see the pages here, so I guess we'll just pull up the file again. It is Trigram with an A after the I, so I guess you have to input the name for the page twice. Okay, Crimson Trigram Assault is going to inflict you with immobilization unless you have discarded 3 pages in a scene. Basically, you just want to discard a lot while using these pages. Which also means that the effective cost of Crimson Trigram Assault is not 6, it's actually like 8. Unless you can find a way to discard for 0 cost. Because you ideally once again want to discard with Balance Keepers of the City, which would discard all pages in the hand, which should be more than 3 in normal circumstances, and then use Crimson Trigram Assault and don't get immobilized. And also we have this, and this is unchanged. Sadly, this does not have a custom keyword like the base mod has. I think there is a base mod for Workshop, so I'll check that out. I think it might have the custom keywords, so I can have an easier time looking for the pages. Yeah, and I think everything else is the same, right? Yep. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Do we have any street casts? No, only Solar Acupuncture. So not a lot of new pages, but they are pretty nice, and I think you might want to run this without Singleton if you're going for the exclusive pages. Because if you are, you want to discard a lot, and Singleton does not provide you with auto discard, it just gives you straight up page draw. So you might want to go for Balance Keepers of the City in large quantities. So yeah, that's it for the Hana Station South Section 1. which is actually a pretty nice mod that I like a lot. Also, yeah, I did not show you the limited pages, and they are here as well. It's not like you're going to use them a lot because they don't have that high of HP, only 172 and start at 50%, so it is actually probably weaker than normal Hana people, right? Let's check. They look the same, and yeah, this is definitely weaker. Because it's the same stuff, but they start with 50% less HP, so it's like 20 or 10 less HP than the normal Hana fixer. Yeah, they do draw one more page if they discard a page, but like that's minuscule. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.